All right, folks, it's time for another review. This time we have Warlord, Free Spirit Soar. I think this came out like a month ago, so I'm a little late to the party. I was trying to find a decent price for this one. It was going anywhere from $24 to $28, and that was before shipping. So it took me a minute to find a copy that wasn't over 20 bucks. I have a hard time spending over $20 for a brand new CD. But anyway, this is Warlord's first album since the death of their founder, William Samus. He died in 2021. This is their first album in 9 years, I believe. And it's only their fifth full-length album in 40 years. So they're not known to be prolific. Some people are surprised that they released an album after Samus's death, since he was the heart and soul of the band, the principal songwriter, etc., etc. But most of these songs here are the music anyway. There's two covers from Lordian Guard, which was another Samus band. And then all the other songs were either completed or partially completed demos that Samus had written. So, drummer Mark Zonder, I'm sorry. He was the other member, full-time member of the band. These guys changed band members like you and I change underwear. So he's basically the heart and soul of the band now. And he put these songs together. They brought in a new guitarist, Juris from Crystal Viper. Keyboards are back. They've always had deep keyboards here and there, a lot more in the 80s, but they're heavily present here. Jimmy Waldo, who's in Alcatraz now, he's also played with the Grand Bonnet Band. Bassist Philip Bynoe, he's been in the band off and on since 2013's The Holy Empire. And then basic new guys, vocalist Giles, Lavery. He did record a live album with the band in 2013 that was released in 2015, but then he was not on the subsequent releases until this one. So yeah, with a Warlord, there's always lots of moving parts. And so the music, which is the most important thing. Like I said, all these songs have been completed or were partial demos that Samus had been working on. Except for the two tracks, which I said there are two Lordian Guard covers here. And the album starts off with one of those covers called Behold a Pale Horse. And it is the best song on the album, easily, which is never a good sign when you're starting off with a cover tune and it being your best song. Now, it is a Samus tune, so it's not too far of a stretch for Warlord to cover it. The guitars take kind of a back seat on this album, and the keyboards are a lot more out front. I would say the keyboards and the drums are the predominant driving musical force here. Juris does get some moments here and there, and he's a good guitar player, not taking anything away from him. He's just, I think it's a intentional thing that they didn't focus more on him, since Samus was the guitar player. Maybe they're trying to move away from him. I don't know if Warlord has plans to go forward in the future. But a lot of these songs, and I'm assuming that these were the partially finished ones, have a lot more of a European power metal feel to them. The more uplifting choruses and uplifting keyboards, which Warlord was more known for, more somber and dark, drums, war type of feel. And so we get a few tunes that have that European power metal feel to them. There's still some Warlord elements to it. Like I said, Samus did have all these songs at least partially finished music-wise. I believe the majority of the lyrics, except for maybe 2 songs, are all Lavery's, except for the 2 cover tunes. Worms of the Earth is a Warlord demo from 1981 that they redid here. It's good. You get another song here called Alarm, which is basically a copy of Killzone. It could be called Killzone Part 2. I mean, it's basically, it sounds exactly like that track. If you from the Holy Empire, if you put them side by side, you would just think they just changed the lyrics on one song to the other. And then the album closes with Revelation 19, which is another Lordian Guard tune. Like I said, there seems to be a concerted effort to go towards a more European power metal sound. It's not full-on European power metal. It's European power metal mixed with Warlord. But there's at least, I would say, 5 tracks that have that European power metal feel to them. The vocalist, Giles Lavery, I don't think he ever finds his footing here. On the Lordian Guard tracks and the older, like the demo Worms of the Earth, the re-recorded demo. And then maybe like the Rider and the Bell Tolls, those all seem like they were probably completed works where he's singing on them. But he seems to try and imitate Damien King or Damien King 2 or Damien King 3 instead of singing in his own voice. And maybe he's more comfortable singing that European power metal style, which is why there's so many songs that have that feel to it. I just don't think it works because it's not very cohesive. You have some tracks that are Warlord, some tracks that are Warlord European power metal, some tracks that are European power metal. So there's not really a cohesive feel to it. Besides Mark Zonder's drums, I mean, he's got a signature sound that you can know anywhere, and he is the constant there, keeping that Warlord feel to the album. But overall, I think he kind of misses the mark myself. It's just too inconsistent. I mean, I give the guys an A for effort. They're trying to keep the Warlord feel there. They even reused or did an homage to Deliver Us EP from 1984 in this cover. And it did come with a slipcase. Slipcase and a poster. I'm not going to unfold it because it's the exact same as the album cover. An effort was made, but I'm going to have to give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's just very inconsistent. The European power metal isn't what I want to hear from Warlord. But if you're a Warlord fan, hardcore Warlord fan, you'll probably want to get this. just for the re-recorded versions of the Lordian Guard tunes and the 81 demo Worms of the Earth. If you're not a Warlord fan, I would suggest starting off with the Deliver Us EP and working your way forward to this one. Alright, so I think I'm going to call this one a wrap. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10. It's just basically inconsistent. And half the album does not really sound like a Warlord album, so it's hard to give it any higher than that. Alright, you guys have a good one.